I recently conducted a study of some of the most successful content creators on social media, all with the purpose of answering this one question. How do they do it? And let me tell you, I have collated some very interesting findings. This video is going to be a bit different because today I'm sharing 5 ways that you can grow your brand using social media this year and beyond. But all of these tips are coming from the creators who are doing it far better than I am. Like, these are the goats of the industry. So not only will you be learning something, hopefully in this video, but I will be learning a lot too. This video is sponsored by HubSpot, more on them later. All right, I'm going to kick off by talking about some absolute TikTok titans. I kind of like how that sounds. 2 creators who are absolutely killing it on TikTok, and I'm going to tell you why they're seeing so much success. The 2 creators I'm referring to are Monet McMichael and Alex Earle. Now, I'm not sure if you already follow these 2 creators, but if you don't, I'm going to link to their TikToks below so that you can follow along with what I'm saying in real time. Both of these creators adopt a very specific strategy when it comes to creating short form content. These 2 women are so good at bringing their audience along with the journey that it has allowed them to amass millions of followers in a fairly short period of time. Let me give you an example of what I'm referring to here, right? Let's take Alex Earle, for example. Alex Earle will take one night out, she'll turn it into 5 pieces of content, and she will string a narrative through every single post. Let me give you an example. The first video will be, here's how I got tickets to this festival. The second video will be, get ready with me for this festival. The third will be, get dressed with me for this festival. The fourth will be, come with me to this festival. And the fifth will be a wrap up of the festival. Now, for each of those pieces of content, whilst there is an overall theme of what the piece of content is, so the get dressed with me for the festival, obviously she's going to be sharing her outfit while she gets ready for the festival, but she'll almost always include some kind of tangent or storyline inside that piece of content too, which means that you understand the format, you understand what you're about to watch, but she's going to give you something a little bit extra, like a story or an antidote, to make sure that you're finding this piece of content as entertaining as possible. Now, the thing about this strategy isn't just the fact that she's created multiple TikToks from one night out. Like, yay, now you've got loads of content. The reason why this works so well for both Alex and Monet is because they'll hook you in with that first video and they will make you want to follow them and consistently check their TikTok page so that you can find out what happens for the rest of the night. They've hooked you in by saying that they got tickets to a festival, and now you want to see what they're wearing, how they're doing their makeup, how they got there, what happened whilst they were there, and how they're feeling the next day. And just like that, they've got you to watch almost every single video. You've probably followed them so that you can stay up to date with this night out, and you're continuously checking back on their profile as well, which is only going to help them when it comes to the algorithm gods. It's basically like a reality show. They are taking their audience with them on a journey every step of the way. Really successful vloggers do this too. They will hint to something coming in the future in every single vlog, so that if you saw that one vlog and you know that they might be moving to LA in 3 months, guess what? You're going to subscribe to that person and watch their weekly vlogs because you want to know what's going on with their big move to LA. This is something which probably seems super simple as I explain it to you, but actually putting this into practice is difficult. I have never nailed this. I am not good at this hack. Maybe if I was, I'd be at the same level as Monet. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't, but I might have seen more success through some of my content if I was better at doing this. So I want you to challenge yourself to be a bit more like Monet, a bit more like Alex, and think about how you can bring your audience along for the journey throughout multiple pieces of content. All right, so the next thing that you want to do if you want to build your brand using social media is you want to make sure that you are up to date with social media trends. There are so many examples of creators or brands who have jumped on a trend and rode that trend all the way to success. What this means though is that jumping on a trend is a cheat code to growth. But the truth is that you need to know how to do it properly. The first step to capitalizing on different social media trends is ensuring that you actually understand what these trends are. And fortunately, I have a free resource which is going to help you. It is called HubSpot's 2024 Social Media Trend Report, and it's available to you completely for free. This ebook covers a wide range of social media trends, from community building, social commerce, customer service, social search, influencer marketing, short form video, content creation, AI, and even platform-specific strategies. Now let's explore some of my favorite social media trends from this report. The first is all about social search, but specifically the fact that social search is becoming more popular than search engines. So I've said this a few times in my videos, but did you know that the youngins of the world, the Gen Zs, actually use TikTok more than they use Google to search for things? Wild. I mean, maybe it's only wild to me because I'm a millennial, but regardless, Shocking. In addition to this, consumers are actually searching for brands using social media over search engines as well. In fact, 87% of social media marketers now believe that consumers will primarily use social search as a way to actually explore and find new brands. What this means for you and I is that we need to focus on creating search-driven content. So content which answers a question, content which relates to a very specific topic, because this will help us increase our reach across multiple platforms. The second trend included in this report, which I absolutely love, is all about funny, trendy, relatable content and how this is the content which is going to really stand out. In fact, according to social media marketers, relatable content is connected to the biggest ROI, which is return on investment. So basically how much money they're making. And studies have shown that consumers prefer content which is funny and relatable and shows the behind the scenes of whatever it is that you're creating. Brandwatch analysed consumer data to get more information on this, and they actually predicted that joyful content will see even more engagement in the years to come. So what does this mean for you and I? Well, now's the time to let our personalities shine, right? We don't want to force it. We don't want to pretend to be someone that we're not. We just want to be ourselves and let it show up as authentically as it can. I was really trying to get through this whole section without using the buzzword authentic, but we're here. It is the word that works, so we're going to use it. The more of yourself that you share online, within reason, obviously you want to be comfortable, the more you will be rewarded for it from your audience. So if you want to dive into these trends in addition to loads more, then grab your free copy of HubSpot's 2024 Social Media Trends Report via the link in my description. All right, so the next way that you're going to grow your brand using social media in 2024 is by capitalizing on luck. Now, maybe this is controversial for me to say, given the line of work that I'm in, but I'm going to say it anyway. There is a lot of luck what comes into play when it comes to whether or not you see a lot of success using social media, whether you're a brand or a content creator. And if I'm being really honest with myself, I think luck comes into play with pretty much everyone's success. I think every successful person in the world has had some form of luck. The thing is, though, is that it's not all luck. It's a mixture of luck and skill and knowledge and determination and so many other things. Luck is just one part of it. I know how tempting it could be to convince ourselves that it's all luck because that makes it easier for us to accept the fact that we're not seeing the success that we want to. Because if it was all luck when it comes to succeeding through social media, then I want you to explain where those brands and creators are who experienced luck, who maybe went viral and then we never heard from them again. The reason why we didn't hear from them again is because they did not capitalize on their luck. Now I'm going to pull another brand/creator as an example here, Patricia Bright, the absolute OG, especially in the UK, for my UK girlies. Patricia Bright is a huge content creator, and she has spoken about the fact that some of her first videos to blow up were these like, I spent £1,000 on wish.com type videos. Do you guys remember when those were really, really popular? She did a few of those videos. Don't get me wrong, she had a following beforehand, but those were really the videos that started to blow up for her and really pushed her into the multi-millions category when it comes to audience size. Now, the thing is that just because this video performed well, which part of that may have been luck, she hit the algorithm, right? That doesn't mean that what happened next for her was guaranteed. It's actually the decisions that she made after this which allowed her to reach the huge levels of success that she has now reached. Here's an example of some of those decisions. So she found a formula that worked. She uploaded that video where she spent a bunch of money on a website like Wish and she reviewed the contents in the video and it worked well for her. She then did what most of us do, which is recycle the concept. So she spent that money again, or she spent it at a similar company to create a similar piece of content. Great, now she's growing even quicker. The key here is that she then diversified. So she thought, okay, I know the type of people who are enjoying these videos, what else would they enjoy from me? So she didn't just continue to recycle the exact same format. She started to include different types of content, whether it's reviews of completely different brands, or maybe it's more personal content to allow her to really bond with her audience. She then created a sub-brand. She created a brand new YouTube channel, which was actually all about finance. It was called The Break. That saw huge success. She was able to move a lot of her audience over to that channel. And amongst all of these decisions, she also created multiple businesses, which she promoted to her now growing audience, and which also ended in her experiencing lots of success. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do the exact same thing that Patricia Bright did, but it's important that you're aware of all the other things that come into play beyond just getting lucky and going viral once or twice. And I know what you're thinking, how do I even get to the stage where I'm getting lucky and going viral? And honestly, you guys know I have so much content about this on my YouTube already, but to sum up almost everything that I always say is you need to create high quality, valuable content and share it consistently on a social media platform of your choice. Whilst that doesn't guarantee that you're going to go viral, I can pretty much promise you that if you're not doing that, you're not going to go viral. All right, let's move on to the fourth thing that you should do in order to grow your brand using social media this year. I'm calling this one, say it with your chest. What I'm referring to here is identifying your core values as a brand and as a creator, in addition to really honing in on what your tone of voice is, so how you speak to your audience, and running with it. I am so bad at this one. Let me not do this negative self-talk. I'm not so bad at this one, but I could be better. The creator that I'm going to use as an example for this point is Grace Beverley. Grace Beverley is another UK creator. She is also an entrepreneur. She has 2 brands. One is called Tala and the other one is called Shreddy, right? So Grace is very good at being vocal about what she believes in. She talks a lot about female entrepreneurship and how difficult it is for females to get investment and funding. And she will say it with her chest and she will say it loudly. She also has a very British dry sense of humor and isn't afraid to share that with the world. This resonates really well with me and I feel like it might with you as well. I do this thing so many times where I will write something. It's always to do with writing. So whether it's on a story or a caption or whatever, I will write something and then delete it or add some emojis because I'm worried that people won't understand my tone. My natural humor and how I speak to friends is very dry, self-deprecating, sarcastic, very British, to be honest. I worry that that won't come across if I'm uploading a story or something. I always think, oh my God, what if people don't realize that I'm joking or I'm taking the piss out of myself? Do you know what I mean? So I delete it. And all I'm doing is robbing myself of the opportunity to actually connect really deeply with the ones who would get it. Instead, the ones who would get it aren't connecting with me on that level because I'm not really giving them anything to connect to. That's why this one is called Say It With Your Chest. You believe in something, say it. This is your way of speaking, then speak that way. Say it with your chest. The obvious caveats here. I don't even know, do I still need to do these caveats? Can you let me know in the comments if these caveats are still necessary? The obvious caveats here are the fact that I'm not in any way condoning you talking about things which are offensive or cruel and saying, well, that's what I believe in. That's not what we're talking about here. This is not the right place for you if that's what you want to do. All right, last but not least, guys, we have almost made it. So the last thing that you will want to do if you want to grow your brand using social media this year is to only do it if you like it. I'm specifically talking about things like the type of content you create. I want you to double down on the formats that you enjoy creating. If you like doing long videos, great. Upload more long videos on YouTube. You would rather do short vertical videos, great. Upload more short vertical videos. You want to share photos, but you think no one cares about photos anymore? They do. Share photos. When you lean into the thing that you enjoy creating, you end up creating better quality content. It is just a simple fact. I always say to people that people can pick up on your vibe through the screen. They can pick up on your vibe. So if you are creating something that you don't want to create, but you feel forced to create it, I'm telling you now, it's not going to perform as well as it should because people can sense that. It also goes for people who pick niches because they think that niche is going to make them loads of money, but they hate it. Do you think your content is going to perform well if you hate talking about finance, but you're talking about finance? It isn't. People will pick up on it and they will tune out. And all you're going to do is stunt your growth and make this whole process so unpleasant for yourself. So please don't do it. All right, guys, we made it. And I personally have learned a lot. So I'm pretty convinced that you have too. If you feel like hanging around, I recommend watching this video. It's all about the different income streams that you might want to consider if you're trying to earn money as a content creator. Do not forget to grab your free copy of HubSpot's 2024 Social Media Trend Report via the link in my description. Thank you so much for watching as always. I cannot wait to see you in my next video.